Hello friends, my name is Shayla and today I'm here to do a book review for you. My first book review of 2018, I believe. And that book is going to be More to Love by Alison Bliss. In this book, we follow Jessa and Max. Max is a fat kid gone fit in his adult years, and Jessa is a food truck owner who's recently rolled into town. In this book, Max shows up at his local restaurant. He's been living in this small town in Texas for basically since college. He is an electrician. He stays really fit, really active, is very strict with his diet because he doesn't want to fall back into bad habits. Along comes Jessa, who's a food truck owner, who rolls into town across the street from his favorite restaurant. So Max then proceeds to go across the street, pretending to be the new health inspector, to try to just chase her off and get her to move away from his friend's restaurant so that he can stay in business. So Max approaches the truck, doesn't know the food truck owner is a woman, let alone curvy redheaded Jessa, and things ensue from there. I was sent this book for review from Forever Romance Books, so thank you to Forever Romance for sending this to me. This is the third book in the Perfect Fit series. I have since picked up the second book. I'm still trying to track down the first. But I ended up giving this particular book 3.5, 3.75, somewhere in that realm. I haven't really settled on which for a rating. I really enjoyed this novel. It did fall into that enemies to lovers trope. All of the sexy scenes were very steamy, as they should be in a quote-unquote smutty romance book, as this one is. I loved it for what it was. I liked our character of Jessa very much. Max, I had a love-hate relationship with him. I liked how he was treating Jessa most of the time. There was a certain aspect that they use the lie as a plot device throughout the novel. And that was the part I had issue with because he had to continue to lie to her throughout the novel. And so that always just rubbed me the wrong way, but I'm one of those people who's very big on honesty, and that's probably why this one didn't get a higher rating from me, because I like my smutty romance books every so often. And so I have to say I didn't love that was the plot device that they chose, but at the same time I understand why. It did play out in a way that made sense as you read the novel in its entirety, but I still had my uncomfortable moments with it. So when it comes down to it, I really love the cast of characters in this book. I loved the setting of a nice warm Texas. I loved how their tension and angst between the two of them fit, and it was just a really fun ride. So if you have thought about considering if you have considered picking up any of Alison Bliss's novels, I highly suggest you pick them up. I think they're really fun. Like I said, I picked up her second one, and I plan on going and reading that here pretty shortly. So I do suggest these are perfect in time for Valentine's Day if you just want a fun, fluffy romance. There's nothing too deep in this one. There's some deep stuff, but all romances have a little bit of deep stuff, so they have a little bit of substance to them, but there's nothing overly deep in this novel. So it's a fun, easy read. I was able to read it at work pretty easy. So guys, that is More to Love by Alison Bliss. Again, I gave this a 3.5, 3.75 stars. I haven't been able to settle exactly, so I suggest going and picking it up if you are interested in it at all. I do love that Jessa's a curvy gal. She's not this little tiny petite thing. I ended up really loving that about this book, and the whole series is that way, which is why I ended up picking up the one book I was able to find. This is book 3 in the series. I was able to find book 2. I'm still hunting out book 1. So if you come across book 1, let me know, and I'll trade you for it or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But thanks again to Forever Romance Books for sending this to me for review. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys in the next one.